Busy weekend in store at Rockingham for the Dunlop Production Touring Car Trophy teams, with one race held over from the soaking wet finale at Thruxton and 3 on the card for Rockingham. They've got an awful lot of work to do, and that's going to only add to the pressure of what is already an intense championship. Race winner Josh Cook explains.
The talent in the championship is very high. I mean, you've got some drivers who have raced in British touring cars, Liam McMillan. You have Clio drivers. I've done a couple of races myself, and Tom Carnaby. But the difference in cars does really help you learn where some cars are stronger and some cars are weaker, and you really have to adapt your driving to suit it.
So for yourself, where do your ambitions lie from here?
Well, I want to obviously do well in this championship. We'll look at things for obviously next year as well. The grids are improving very quickly, which is good to see. But we'll go from there. Really, we'll see how it goes this season, possibly next season, and then be good to race in something like GTs, and it does give a good base of learning for that sort of type of racing, really.
A group of Abarths joining in this weekend, adding a little Italian brio, including one driven by first-time tin-top racer Alice Powell.
Took the opportunity this weekend for Martin Path to have a go in the Fiat, and it's obviously a lot different because it's front-wheel drive, and I'm used to rear-wheel drive, but apart from that, it's gone really well so far.
Is this something you want to continue with the rest of the season, or is it just a one-off?
At the minute, it's just a one-off, and obviously we're concentrating on the Formula One UK season, and just trying to finish that, really. We've had a lucky start to the season in that we've been knocked out of podium positions 3 times. So we're not where we want to be. So hopefully me and the team will work a bit harder and obviously working hard, but we just need to kind of work on a few more things to make sure we can get good luck and finish higher up than where we are at the minute.
Well, her luck certainly changed, moving from the Formula Renault single-seater to the Italian tin-top. Here, dicing with Keith Isett. She claimed the lead of the group, and victory in Class B first time out. Overall victory went to the Seat Leon driver Gary Duckman, his first win of the season, with points leader Adrian Churchill in 2nd spot. So Duckman then winning the race held over from Thruxton ahead of Churchill. Josh Cook's Renault Megane picking up the points for 3rd. So cars on the grid for the 2nd race of the weekend. This is round 9, the first scheduled race for Rockingham, led by Adrian Churchill's red Astra on pole on the right-hand side of your screen, and alongside him, our race 1 winner Gary Duckman in the blue and yellow Seat Leon, and Ryan Bensley, the black car, lying 3rd on the grid after missing race 1 with a qualifying crash. He is back out now, so hopefully that Astra will be okay. Away they go, slow start from race 1 winner Gary Duckman. Very quick though from Bensley and the other row 2 starter Josh Cook, who goes around the high side in his dark blue Renault Megane to take the lead of the race. Ryan Bensley slowing, that was him just in front of us. Also Liam McMillan shot through very quickly. He's the 2nd of the red and yellow cars. Battle for the lead, Adrian Churchill, number 1. Closest to us around the outside goes Josh Cook. And Liam McMillan in the red and yellow Seat Leon. He's in 3rd ahead of Gary Duckman's yellow and blue Seat. So a very quick start from McMillan. He was on the left-hand side of the track at the start, but in 5th place on the grid. So dramatic stuff from him. Adrian Churchill has the lead though from Josh Cook. And the first of the Fiats there, the number 31 machine, that again was Alice Powell. She's having a really good introduction to front-wheel drive racing. In 2nd place then with Josh Cook. And as we heard from him earlier, this really is the championship in which drivers are trying to sharpen up their skills with the hope of moving up into the British Touring Car Championship. And a good proving ground it is. Little wide run there around the outside from Dan Malone in the orange Seat. We're on board with Keith Isett in 2nd in Class B, the Fiat Abarths, as Adrian Churchill starts to assert himself over the field. Churchill with 5 wins already this season. Josh Cook, one of only 2 men to rob him of an opportunity to stand on the top step of the podium, but the blue Megane of Josh Cook now coming under real pressure from Liam McMillan. McMillan pushing hard, gets a good run down the inside. Is he going to be late enough on the brakes? Oh, too late. Drifts out wide, and that's a great opportunity there for Gary Duckman to shuffle through. On board now with Josh Cook. And that is Joe Girling's car as well. Cook having to take to the curbs on the inside to keep the line tight enough to keep the Astra behind. In 4th place now in that blue Megane, there he is. And like all these front-wheel drive cars, picking up the rear wheel under braking. So vital to keep the front wheels going where you want. And this is all brand new stuff, of course, to Alice Powell. But she's using her experience to great effect there. Adrian Churchill, the leader, braking too late in 2nd. Liam McMillan drifts out wide, back up goes Josh Cook. So McMillan really not getting his braking sorted out there. Is on board with Josh Cook. McMillan going in way too deep, got a little disorientated there, was braking when he should have been turning and lost the place as Josh Cook goes back up to 3rd. 38 machine is John Justice, started on the back row of the grid in his Abarth. And back with Josh Cook, battling once more with Liam McMillan. McMillan's Seat, a little wayward there, but it is back up into 3rd place. And Josh Cook in his blue Renault Megane in 4th spot. Carries a little too much speed in contact. McMillan gets the power down and just straightens the car up. Wheels spinning away furiously. Josh Cook losing a little ground there. Closing up behind Liam McMillan in the braking areas and through the corners. McMillan just seeming to have enough to keep in front on the straights. On board again. Coming up to the right-hander, watch McMillan on the brakes. We're on the brakes as well, turning in, trying to cut back inside, and doesn't quite make it. Both cars scrabbling for traction as the drivers keep the right foot buried. Battle for 6th, the black and grey car of Tom Carnaby in front of the orange Seat of Dan Malone. Malone trying to go around the outside. That's a very long way round, but no room on the inside. They're just in front of Morris Hayden, and all Malone on the grass and squeezes through. That Seat has got great traction and speed out of the corner. Wheel to wheel though with Carnaby there. And Carnaby forces his way back up the inside. Let's see what Malone's got in answer. Turns out tighter, gets on the gas though, and out accelerates the Astra. Nothing wrong with the horsepower being generated by the Seat, but something is wrong with it there. Another contact at the back. He has a big moment saving it. And Carnaby back in front. Well, now they've got Morris Hayden's blue Megane for company. Carnaby and Malone nose to tail. Hayden joining them. He's caught them up as they've squabbled. Malone going around the outside. This time we're on board with Carnaby. Whoa, squirming under braking after a little contact, and he drifts out wide. Over the grass, tries to bump back on. He's in front of Malone. Morris Hayden perhaps thinking better of getting involved in this. Sarah Franklin in the Class B Fiat. The Fiat 500 or the Abarth. And in the pit lane, Tom Carnaby. And that looks like the end of the road for him. Adrian Churchill under pressure in the closing stages. Late lunge from Gary Duckman, and that has sealed the race really. Duckman very close to the points leader, but having had that mistake under braking, that surely is going to allow Churchill to romp away free from attention. Duckman in 2nd place. Winner of the first race here, the Rockingham makeup race. Dan Malone, oh dear, maybe the Seats are running out of brakes. Another Seat either missing his braking point or running out of road. And through into 6th goes Morris Hayden, at least for the moment, in that Megane. Checkered flag awaits. Adrian Churchill romping to win number 6 of the season, and in the end, margin of victory over 5 seconds from Gary Duckman, with Liam McMillan in 3rd, and Josh Cook in 4th place in the Renault Megane. Well, confirmation there, Adrian Churchill, it is win number 6. Duckman 2nd, Liam McMillan in 3rd, both in their Seats. Class B winner Alice Powell joins them on the podium after what was a tough race for our winner.
It was hard work, to say the least. I think Gary's made some changes to his car, and he's right on the pace, which is good, really. You know, it makes the championship, you know, it makes it much better to race.